Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House, and you can find us on YouTube at Joey143Jenny. So today what I want to do is show you a napkin fun craft, super fun for kids, super fun for old people like me. But anyways, what I did was I wanted to just play. I just needed a day of play. To be honest, I've been a little discouraged with the way that the orientation of my videos are showing up on YouTube. And so anytime I get any type of a discouragement, well, first I pray about it, but then I do a couple of other things. One, I like to have some freedom of my mind. So I'll stitch, grab something to sew, take a walk, brief walk, go online and research, reach out to my sister, who's a huge help. But anyway, so yesterday I just decided to just play, and I've been wanting to go through and organize my napkins. Because I don't have a whole lot of napkins in comparison to people that collect napkins. I do like to do crafts with napkins, decoupage things, but I don't need, 50 of the same napkins. So I want to go through my napkins, sort them out, and get them in bundles to eventually sell. But in the meanwhile, I thought, well, I just wanted to play around. So I took some napkins out that, weren't necessarily my favorites. Some were my favorites, but some of them were given to me through a napkin swap. If you're not familiar with that, there's, Facebook groups where you can actually swap napkins with people or, swap anything. You can swap playing cards, napkins, journals, ephemera, whatever. But I did a napkin swap with someone, and we definitely had different styles. And so when I got the napkins, they just weren't really my favorite. However, once I decoupaged them and goofed around with them, I didn't dislike them as much, and I can see potential in using them in a journal or something else. So anyway, so today I thought what I would do is just show you a couple of things I played with, and then maybe demonstrate what I did. And then in another video, I'm going to go through my napkin collection, similar to what I did with my playing card collection, and make piles to eventually sell. So this was out of a napkin. Let's see. How did it go? I think, yeah, it went like this. And what I did is I Mod Podged it onto a map, and this happens to be a map of Florida, and so I Mod Podged it on there, and it turned out, okay. And then what I did is I also sewed around it. You can see that barely. I had white thread in my machine from a quilt that I had made my grandson, so I just left the white thread. But brown or black or even a hot pink or this beautiful blue would have been pretty as well. But the white gives you a little bit more option of putting it in different places that, you don't necessarily have to color coordinate. So there's that. This is one of my favorite napkins. I love this napkin. It has so many different things going on. And, but what I did was I cut it down probably around the corners of this. It's a little large to put in a journal for a pocket, because typically my journals, like, unless it's like one of the one of the envelope journals is like, typically it's the 8.5 by 11 folded over. So this would be too big for that. But it would be fun as a journal card slipped into a side pocket. So it just has a very old book on the back. And what I thought I would do is just tear out a piece of coffee dyed paper or some type of vintage paper that you could write on, and then just glue it on that part. So that one's cute. I haven't sewn around that. So another thing that I did was this napkin was not, well, this is a collage of napkins because I just didn't like it. This napkin was just a little too cartoony for me, and I just didn't care for it. So what I thought I would do is just use some things that I don't normally care for to see if I loved them any better, which I don't, but it's still kind of fun. You can see here I put some stickers, and I thought I'm going to try to class it up with a little Kathy Holden. And so I had this in my pickle jar. Remember my pickle jar that I keep scraps in? And so I had that in my pickle jar, and I thought, let's put a little Kathy Holden on it and class this thing up. And it did, but it's still not one of my favorites. And then this is just Sari silk that I put on here and Mod Podged it on. And it has a really fun texture, and then I sanded some of it. We'll see. I don't know. It might not be bad as like a gift tag or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'm putting that in another pile. And from that same napkin, this bird was on there as well. And I thought, nah, I'll just cut that bird out. Maybe I can put it on something. Again, we'll see. It's just not one of my favorites. I don't know. Okay. And then, this was a little bit of a crazy one. This red, it went like this. This red is actually a chandelier, and I Mod Podged over that, and then it just became a big red blurry kind of mess. But once I cut it up and I did some channel stitching on it, I thought it turned out okay. So I could use this. It might be a little long. Yeah, it's a little long for a pocket, but you could you could make a tag out of it. And you could still write, on the back in between the lines, or you could put another piece of paper, maybe a little bit of a cardstock on back so that you could write. So anyways, again, just playing. No immediate intention for any of it. Just playing around. Here's another one. I haven't cut this up or anything yet. This could be folded like this and made into a little booklet. You could put a little pocket here, and you could put a little pocket there, and then put some things in it as a fun little booklet. So when you put the napkins on here, it kind of has a little bit of a fabric, maybe a little bit of a rough leather feel to it. And then these are just scraps that came from, cutting down things. So that's something you can add to something, or make a teeny tiny little tag or something. And then this is just a cutoff. You could use it to border, another pocket or something that's in your journal or whatever, Anyway, so those are ones that I played with and I just didn't even, care about. I just wanted to do the process, but I thought I would make one with a little bit of leftover. I have a little bit of leftover map. I thought the legend would be fun. And then I thought, let's go through these. This is just an envelope that I covered, not greatly, but just covered quickly. And then just put a little tab on it that says napkins. And these are the ones that are partial napkins. See, that's that chandelier I used. Partial napkins, or napkins that are singles that were given, in a swap. I just keep them in here so they're not floating around and getting all kind of crazy, bent up and stuff. They still get a little bent, but... So anyways, just want to thumb through, see if we can find one that I might want to use. Let's see, what is this one? This is from a swap. Let's just see what it looks like. It is going to be a lot. It really is a little bit different. once you get the Mod Podge on, because the two become one basically. And so the colors are very, very different. So does this have a specific direction? Let's see what this looks like up here. So maybe let's give this a try. And I think what I'm going to do is, you know, you can cut it, which I'm going to cut. I'm just going to cut it as it is here. But let's just say you want to adjust the little, the bumblebee there. You can take your water pen. You can tear it, or you could just take your water pen. And I learned this from watching someone else. It's probably from Gail, because she does a lot of napkin art with her mixed media. But you can just take it. I'm just going to get it a little bit wet. And you can go around. That's maybe too much, but you can go around whatever it is you want. And then just gently, you know, tear it out. It makes it a little easier. Okay, it makes it just a little easier to tear out. And then you have something that's a little bit more isolated. Okay, but for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. I'm just going to, this poor scissors, I've used it to cut glue stuff. I'm going to try to get it somewhat on this line. But I'll use my, once I adhere it and then I Mod Podge it, you know, with the Mod Podge, and I put the Mod Podge over and then it dries, that's when I'll do a really nice crisp cut. Okay. So I think I'm going to put that over that, like that. And then I do want to put this away so I don't get it yuck or too bent up. So slide it back in that and put it up there. Okay, so here, I mean, this is a very simple process. So if you know, if you've Mod Podged in the past or decoupaged or anything, I mean, this is not anything new for you. But if you haven't, or you haven't in a while, maybe it's just something fun to do with you and the kids. And you can also do this with like magazine cutouts or funny papers from the Sunday paper or what have you. Okay, so I keep this little plastic on here because I don't like all that goo on there. All right, so so far it's been a great day. Joe and I had church this morning, which was phenomenal. Talked all about about praising, power of praise, which is a really great reminder. We definitely believe in that, but it's a good reminder because sometimes when you, like yesterday, when you feel a little bit defeated or whatever, you know, like I was with the video, which this video very well could be the same. I can't figure out a rhyme or reason. I thought I had it figured out, but I can't. You know, praising God in the midst of all that is so beneficial. It really does take yourself off of yourself and, you know, put your vision on Him, and then just, you know, just not worry about it anymore. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not worried about it. I mean, there's some things that, you know, I'm going to look into to maybe, you know, get a different phone to take better videos or what have you. I've been searching online more and things, but, you know, I just don't want it to be a deterrent from sharing and continuing with the YouTube channel and my crafting and our life here. I'm going to be posting here shortly just some pictures of one of Joe's hobbies, which I just love. I think it's super fun, and I enjoy it with him. I'm not he's a collector. I'm not a collector of what he collects, or he might disagree with that because I do have quite a few, but so I'll show you those in another video or another still shot. But I just don't want this camera orientation to take away from just enjoying life with you guys. Okay, so there's that. And I'm going to go over it one more time because I noticed on one of the napkins, it raised up in sections. I don't think I had it, had enough. So be liberal with your glue. And you know what? You can water down some Elmer's and do this. Just know that the runnier it is, the more warpy your paper is. But the good thing, once you get done with this and it dries, you can add your coffee stain paper or whatever on the back, and then that equalizes it out and helps it to lay nice and flat. And of course, sewing around always does that too, but you don't have to sew to enjoy having fun with this, so don't worry about that. And remember, it's just junk. So you can, one thing I did is one time I went to an open house. Where was I? Was at a flea market, and they were having a holiday open house, and they had the cutest napkins. And I've hoarded it. I think it's in here. Let me look. I think it's in here. I hoarded the napkin because I just thought it was so cute, and I'm going to do something with it. And so, you don't have to invest in a lot of napkins to do this. Now, where is that? I just saw it a little while ago. It's really cute, and I thought, oh, I'm going to do something with that. You could do, this is it. You could take your little canvases that would make the little teeny tiny canvases, and you can do that on a canvas and make ornaments, or it doesn't. This one's more of a holiday Christmas snow scene. But you could take a daisy and do that. Just, whatever, have fun with it. And it could be a little ornament, a little gift. You could make a bookmark. You could put it on a glass jar. They even make some that are, that are washable. Some of the Mod Podge that's washable. So you could put it on a jar. Maybe you make a vase. So if you're having a party or decorating for a wedding centerpiece and you don't have the exact thing to match whatever your theme is, gosh, make your own. You can make your own. Okay, so I'll show you what this looks like after it dries and I cut it out. But I think for now, I just wanted to share that little bit of napkins with you. And then coming up, I'm going to go through my napkins. Look at this fun. I go through my napkins and sort them out. I need to sort them by, what they are. Are they Christmas? Are they some type of holiday? Are they fruit? Are they flowers? Whatever. Kind of the same way that I did the cards, by a theme, and get those distributed. Another thing that helps, one thing I didn't tell you is, another thing that is going to help you if you're going to decoupage is to get down to a single layer of card. So here, I'll just take one of these out and show you. Can I take it out? Yeah. So this is a really nice napkin. Wow, it is really thick. But look at all the cute little things on there. So probably putting it over something so busy as what I've done, you're not going to see these details as well. So you can see this is the one that I used on this one. I mean, it's neat, but you're probably not going to see the details as well. But if you were to put this, if you were to decoupage this onto, like, let's say a canvas or something, then you may be able to see it better. So what I do is I just peel back the edge, if I can get it. Now, some people will use a piece of tape to peel it back. I've never done that. You could just put a piece of tape like on this side, stick it, and then pull. So, but I just peel back the corner, gently pull back. The great thing is some of the napkins, this one did barely, will leave a shadow. You can see that, a shadow print, which is also very nice if you just want to put that on a piece of paper and just have a very light, print. It's great. It's going to show up very, very light. Okay, and then here is the actual napkin, 1-ply, which makes will make a beautiful anything. I think that would make it beautiful. Even if you wanted to put it on some paper and, and then Mod Podge it on some paper, and that would make such a beautiful journal cover, I think. Okay. All right. So that's all I have today or for this video. I'm just super glad that you guys are here. I want to welcome you to our little yellow house anytime you're in the area. Man, I would love for you to go through these napkins with me and help me sort them. But in the meanwhile, I hope you have a really great Sunday and a super great week. Many blessings, everyone. Bye-bye.